in the most horrific things Genghis Khan did to his enemies. Ranked number 8. The human wall. When innocence became armor. Imagine being forced to march toward your countrymen's arrows to shield your enemies. During sieges against Jin Dynasty cities, Genghis Khan weaponized compassion itself, placing captured civilians, including women and children, as living shields before his troops. These human barriers absorbed enemy fire and cleared traps, while Mongol warriors advanced safely behind them, forcing defenders into an impossible choice: kill their own people or surrender to slaughter. Number 7. Molten silver justice. When death was too merciful. How do you punish someone who dared to cross the world's most powerful warlord? For Genghis Khan, a quick death was far too generous. When the governor of Otrar executed Mongol traders and seized their goods, Genghis responded by annihilating the entire Khwarazmian empire. But for Governor Inalchuk himself, the Khan reserved a special farewell. Molten silver poured into his eyes, ears, and throat, transforming the precious metal into an instrument of unimaginable agony. Number 6. Blood over brotherhood, the fish that cost a life. At just 14 years old, Genghis Khan's path to becoming history's most feared conqueror began with a single arrow and a stolen meal. When his half-brother Bektar took a fish, young Temujin, Genghis's birth name, had caught for his starving family, he didn't seek reconciliation. He chose execution. This deadly sibling dispute wasn't just about hunger. It was Temujin's first brutal lesson in power. Mercy is weakness, and dominance requires blood. Number 5. The funeral that became a massacre. Even in death, Genghis Khan orchestrated one final bloodbath. His funeral didn't end with tears. It ended with corpses. The great Khan demanded his burial location remain forever hidden, creating a trail of bodies to protect his secret. Everyone who witnessed the procession was slaughtered, and after laying his body to rest, even his loyal pallbearers were executed. Some accounts claim entire rivers were diverted to conceal his final resting place, proving that Genghis Khan's thirst for destruction outlived the man himself. Number 4. The Pyramids of Skulls, psychological warfare made monumental. Before Genghis Khan's armies even appeared on the horizon, their reputation often arrived first, carried by refugees with tales so horrific they defied belief. After conquering the city of Nishapur in 1221, the Mongols didn't just kill its inhabitants, they transformed death into art. Under the command of Genghis's son-in-law Toguchar, who had been killed during the siege, the Mongols separated men, women, and children into groups. Then, with methodical precision, they beheaded every living soul, reportedly over 1.7 million people, and arranged their skulls into massive pyramids outside the city walls. These grisly monuments served a calculated purpose. When news spread to neighboring regions, many cities surrendered without resistance, choosing slavery over annihilation. In Genghis Khan's playbook, terror wasn't just a byproduct of conquest, it was a strategic weapon more effective than any sword. Number 3. Beijing's descent into cannibalism. When the Jin Emperor broke his word and fled, Genghis Khan's revenge transformed Zhongdu, modern Beijing, into hell on earth. As months of siege strangled the city, its walls didn't just keep the Mongols out, they trapped citizens in with their own desperation. Starvation drove people to unthinkable acts, with reports of residents consuming the dead to survive. When the Mongols finally breached the walls, the resulting massacre created a stench of death so overwhelming that even hardened Mongol warriors, men accustomed to battlefields, became physically ill. Number 2. The Million Souls of Merv, history's forgotten Holocaust. In just 7 days, one of medieval history's greatest cities became its greatest graveyard. With up to 1 million residents, Merv was a jewel of Islamic civilization until Genghis Khan's son Tolui arrived at its gates. After surrendering peacefully, the citizens expected mercy. Instead, they received methodical extermination. Mongol soldiers divided the population among themselves, with each warrior assigned dozens of civilians to execute personally. Contemporary accounts describe blood flowing like rivers through the streets of what had once been among humanity's most sophisticated cities. Number 1. The Khwarazmian genocide, when a nation was erased from Earth. History's darkest chapter may be one most people have never heard of. When Shah Muhammad II of the flourishing Khwarazmian Empire executed Genghis Khan's ambassadors and trade envoys in 1219, he unknowingly triggered what modern historians estimate to be the deadliest targeted genocide in human history by percentage of population. Genghis didn't just declare war, he vowed extinction. "I am the punishment of God," he proclaimed. "If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you."